Welcome to the AlbionTV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is Saturday, the 18th of October, 2025. I am your host, The Chosen One, and I'm joined today by Robin Hood RS on the play-by-play and Bogle behind the scenes on the camera. We are currently spectating Albion East here at 14 UTC on a 15-minute delay. If you guys have reports of live content out in the world, please contact us through Discord. Is the easiest way to get a hold of us and give us information about fights in the world of Albion. We are currently watching Idle work together with Z as they smash a hideout. Whose hideout is this, Robin?
Asenio's. And it's the
Asensio.
final shield. And it's... You know... Yeah. Is it needed? Does Idle need to be here? I don't know. But they're here. Next to Z. And this is another medium-sized group that will be removed from the Outlands. And one last piece of content for us to color. Which is unfortunate. Because the Karma boys were actually showing up and, you know, they were actually really fun to watch.
They were fun. Senzio, I think is what it was. They were pretty good. They just showed up recently. They'd fought pretty much every day that we were out. So, you know, I would have liked to see them stick around. It's maybe they will stick around out of a city or something.
Yeah, or they relocate, you know, there's other places you can go. Well, I say that. There's other places that you can go. Maybe you have to have some sort of agreement with somebody, but yeah. Little bit rough out there at the wee moment. But we do have other territory launches. I am just checking in on them at the moment. So far, not much action going on.
I saw some groups out and about, but I did not see any action brewing yet.
Yes. I did find the other group of Karma. They're actually in defense at the moment. There's no attacker showing up yet, but maybe this is where all of Karma are relocating to. Over here into Swiftshan Chaparral.
Ooh, yes. Swiftshan Chaparral.
Swiftshan Chaparral. Over here in the far eastern side of the world map. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Hopefully they find a nice little place to settle down.
Mm-hmm. Looking for good schools, you know, low crime rate, you know, reasonable taxes, you know. Some access to a grocery store
nearby.
Yep. They got everything, yeah.
Everything that they need. Can be found right here. 51 to 150 in zone, but not sure. Territory is under attack by Planet, and Planet has been known. We have seen them multiple times launch onto territories and not show up. Or launch onto territories, show up, and then run away. So we'll see. But apart from that, we do have legendary castles at the top of the hour, Chosen.
Oh, good. We need that. We need that. Those are some. Well, Robin, I was gonna say those are some pretty good content. However, we've been seeing a rising issue with the legendary castles on Saturday. Robin, they're all there, and that means when you only have like 5 or 6 groups that can go and reasonably fight for a castle at that level, they all get one for free.
Yeah, you know, it's added to the list type shit, you know. It's like, it is what it is. The dev teams know about it, right? So maybe in that quality of life update that's coming, we'll get some changes there to castle spawn changes and stuff like that. Who knows? We'll wait and see. But elsewhere, we did have another territory launch. And that was in Sungrow Spring on Scripsies. Script. There's an R in there. They were launched on by the Hot Alliance, and guess what? Hot Alliance aren't masked, at least from what I can tell. So Western Paradise here, the attackers are not. And I really don't get why. Like, and it's really only this server that has this issue, where the effort goes into launching onto a territory, and then the next day they don't show up, or the effort goes into defending a territory to the best of their ability, and then on launch day the defenders don't show up and the attackers just take it for free. It's one or the other. It's hardly ever like, you know, an actual territory defense and or attack between these groups. It's so weird. I've never understood like the concept behind what they do here with some of their launches and defends, but my mind remains boggled, Chosen.
I don't know what to say. It's a waste of time and resources, and I really think that it says two things. They have too much time and too much resources, Robin. Maybe if they had less of each, we'd get fights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep harping on this thing, dude, because the more we see it play out in front of us every day, that there's just too much for these guys to do and to fight over, so they don't need to fight. I'm going to keep harping on it, because we have inflation in the game. We have skyrocketing, or actually falling prices that are only managed by the price of transmutation at this point. That's what sets cost across the board, is transmutation. And I don't know. I'm losing my damn mind when I see like the fact that we've got all these castles out there, and 6 people go into castles, and then like they'll secure one, have time to walk to another one, secure another one, not get a fight at either one of them because everybody who could possibly fight them already has a castle. And
yep,
that's
Gotta cut the whole entire spawn in half.
Well, I mean, it's not just castles. It's indicative of the problem across the outlet. And the reason we only have 6 groups fighting for castles, Robin, is because it's so easy for them to share the resources with each other and exclude everybody else, because they don't need to be anywhere to get their shit. They just need to, like, they have the free time during their prime time windows to not fight during prime time, to go and bully other groups. There's too much passiveness in Albion for resources, scores. Like, all this is done. You do one thing once, and then you just keep getting it. No. We need to end that. It's given these people too much free time. They're going off to tier 1 zones to go smash hideouts when they're the biggest group in the freaking game. What? You should have better things to do with your time. Why don't you? Because you don't need to do anything else with your time. Like, there's no reason to do anything else. Nothing's more important than smashing that tier 1 hideout. Why? That's the thing that SBI needs to fix.
Yeah. But
I know.
See.
You're like, that's not going to happen, Chosen. There's no way they're reducing resources in Albion Online. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the only hope I have is that they introduce a new activity, right?
I mean, what's that going to be?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, we'll bounce around to see if we can find anything, but right now Scripsies is shock and awe raiding a hot territory in the zone next door. By the way, Western Paradise, who we're watching right here, raid another territory, do have a territory launch on Firesink Trench, which is 2 maps away. Yeah, there's a small bomb squad of 321 guild sitting here on their tower. But again, like Western Paradise launching onto this territory here in Firesing Trench, but they don't even show up to take it. Like, what? What's going
Well, they
on?
don't need to. I mean, like, oh, there is a blob here on the southeast corner. Here, let me go see who that is. Probably them.
Yeah,
It's
that's.
honestly, it's just
I
the
know
rest
it's
of them.
Flying
Yeah,
Dutchman
yep,
coming
it's just the rest
through
of them. Yep.
from. Yeah, yeah. Looks like all eyes will be on castles today.
Yeah. While we're looking around for content, Robin, we can talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. We did get to experience some of the new content that Albion Online has to offer. And, I was talking about, new content, new ways of playing, and you're seeing it. First step in the new faction warfare system is going in. We got to see it on the test server. Look at the new lattice system and the new ways that the castle, or what is it, faction fortifications work.
Fortresses.
That was the fortresses, faction fortresses, or is that what they are?
Faction fortresses.
Faction, yes.
It's gonna be a fun time.
Faction fortresses. Okay.
Yep. In the province.
Not the duchy.
Not the duchy, the province.
They
yeah,
passed
I
on
mean,
that duchy.
it was an interesting time yesterday. We can say that much. Like the overall concept and system itself, I really like.
Right.
It's just yesterday was not great.
Not the
in
right
the way
number.
it was presented.
Right. Not the, like, I would say that the test was the wrong test for the numbers of people that were there. I don't blame like the community management team for that. Like, I think that they were probably just as surprised as we were that there were 1,200 people there. It actually was more than that. It capped the server.
Yeah, we don't know what the server cap is for test server, but
right,
yeah,
but
you get the idea.
It was more than expected. One of the things I would suggest is that we do more of these tests, and I think that the next test will probably just naturally just have fewer people come because it's not seeing it for the first time. Oh my God, here it is of the event will go down, and it'll be more of a testing situation. Maybe we can get it down to 200, but I would suggest having options in case more people show up. Unfortunately, it was a situation where just too many people were in too few zones, and there wasn't the level of expected need for organization that they had people ready to start separating people into balanced teams. Even if they tried to balance the teams between two, yesterday there were so many that when people tried to go into the cluster queue, one zone would be clustered going in, one zone would be clustered going out, and you couldn't get proper people on either side. And it would be a group of 20 zone into a room full of 300 and massacred. And that was happening on either side of the door. The system isn't really designed for, cluster queues in the royal zones. That's not something that, has been a thing in the past. So they weren't prepared. Well, the test wasn't really prepared to deal with that. But the systems that we got to see were rather cool. The way they work together was very interesting. It seems like there's a wide variety of types of content that do push you to be in conflict with your opponent, not just necessarily running around in circles like we see with the previous system with the outpost, but actually being involved in fighting against your opponent for different POIs because you don't want them to get them. Them getting them is an advantage to them that you want to prevent them from getting, not just points for you or points for them. And I liked the way that it was a mix of points, of bonuses, and I think it could really work in a natural, organic environment. But yesterday's test had far too many people for a zone that was too small. That's my feelings on it.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that statement. You know, some of the other things as well, like the attempt to fix the name tag issue.
Mhm.
I think that was first draft, first stage. There were some issues with it. Some things weren't in uh on that build as well, from what I'm aware of. There, you do have the option, if you don't like it, to turn it off completely,
To,
which
go back to
which
the
is fine,
default. Yeah.
to the default which we have now.
I don't mind
Um,
having it not have that on during the first test and forcing people to use it, honestly.
yeah,
Like, I think that during some tests where you're trying to get people to use a new system, forcing them to use the new system, even when you're going to give them the option to not use it in the final version, is okay because it's a test. It's a test of the new system. You want them to use the new system. Um,
yeah.
I didn't have a huge problem with it, but then again, I wasn't on the team that saw my enemies as blue.
Yeah, when I switched to Bridgewatch, fighting Martlock, I just couldn't. My brain could not comprehend that shit whatsoever. I was
See,
like, my brain was going like, what am I doing? What am I attacking? Who's who? I don't know. Like, I'm just shooting my arrow, hoping to tag an enemy, and then my brain registers that it's an actual enemy. Like,
mhm.
the colors just did not work for me when I
It was
was
just
on the
too
Bridgewatch
similar
side.
to what the opposite of what you see when you're in a normal ZVZ,
Yeah.
because Bridgewatch, is orange.
Yep.
So like it's orange versus blue in that particular case, and because they're next to each other, those two cities are going to have that experience over and over and over and over again. And orange is the current like standard enemy in the Outlands.
Yeah, and it's like it's multicolor as well. So like, by the way, I think we're about to get action on Z-Core.
Mhm.
Jin just showed up to raid the territory here. But you know, the multicolors also threw me off. Like the white for the nameplate or the name itself. Then you
Oh,
had like
yeah,
a different color for the guild and alliance, and then you had a different color again for the actual health
health
bar.
bar.
um, in my eyes, I would freaking love to have the name of the player be the color
Uh,
of action that they're flagged.
I would
Um,
go with the alliance and the health bars as the same color, but I can't have the names be like I won't be able to read them if they're orange ever. Like reading orange alliance tags, terrible. The way that the orange works in Albion, the way that it is outlined, the way that it moves,
yeah,
it
but it's
is
a different
bad.
orange.
Robin, it's gonna be it. I don't think it's gonna be that different of an orange. I mean, we do it with red too. Like when we play in like bandits and stuff, you get to see what like red tags look like. They're still unreadable. The way that those bright colors work and pop off with the certain background, especially if it's like a lighter background, like a white, it bleeds in a way that you can't really read it. And for us as casters, it becomes very hard. And if the names are there so you can read them, making them less readable, I don't think is necessarily a great thing. If you don't want, I think having them maybe each be like one of the tags, like we've got things now where you can tag different things you want to see. Do you want to have health bars on? Do you want to have energy bars on? Do you want to have names on? Do you want to have alliances on? You can tag those things. If you could tag each one individually to be the color you wanted, maybe I'd be okay with having them colored with the alliance if it was a choice, but having it be the choice of either A or B, having it be faction colors where the names are the faction color, or not having faction color where the names are standard, I would have to go standard because I could not see, like, there's no way purple names would work. Like, that for names would be horrible. Um, there's just certain, like, look at how
I
bad
would like to
alliance
test it.
names are
Like,
in a dark area. When you have alliance tags that are purple in a dark background, like a brown or a green, they're almost unreadable. Like when they go across a like a barrier back there, gone. Like they're useless. And I think that if you did that with the player names, you go to another level where I don't necessarily know if it's helpful. But options, I've never been against options, man. Like,
Yeah, it's all about the options.
like
Gotta give us some
giving people
options. You know, I think it
Yeah,
would
never been
be
against options, man. I do
would be
worry
nice, but
sometimes that Albion Online might not be modular enough in its programming to be the way we would like, where everything is its own option. We don't. I'm not a coder. I don't know how Albion was coded, so I don't want to make too many comments. But I know that they have had issues changing specific things without changing other things in the past, and that might be an issue. So I'd love to see more options. I love options, but right now we've got the option
I
to
mean,
talk about this fight, which
I
we
mean,
haven't had today.
one last thing there. I mean, colorblind mode has been requested for years now, and the devs know about
It's
it, right?
like
So it makes you
15% of
wonder,
men.
like, if they
That's a
couldn't
lot.
get that in with like multiple different options, of colors,
These two
maybe
look
there's
the
a
same.
reason.
For 15% of men, I think, are colorblind, right? And like 7 of them are red-green, so that would be the orange and the green look the same. Like
Hmm.
this fight is unplayable for colorblind people.
Yep. Yeah. But
My
like,
light gray versus my dark gray. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of anybody with color blindness. I'm trying to say I feel for you. It sucks that nobody has taken the efforts to change that for you in 10 years.
no, I think there has been.
Has been. Sorry, not taken the. Yeah. Not succeeded in it should be the word I'm looking for. Succeeded in changing it for you. Yeah.
Yes. There could be a deeper reason why that is a thing.
I'd
We
love
just
to
don't
see
know.
them read everybody makes jokes about Albion 2. I think Albion 2 should be Albion again, just the same game made on the next level of Unity, and it should be rewritten in a modular way so it's easier for them to change different aspects of the game, and take 2 to 3 years to do that. I would love for them to do that. That would be Albion 2 to me.
Yeah. I don't know if that's happening.
I didn't say it is. I mean, man.
Yeah, I know,
That's
but
not
I don't think it's gonna happen.
I said I started with everybody jokes about Albion 2, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it needs to be a new game. I really don't. I would love to see a 2.0 of Albion, which is taking the success of the game and using that success while we still have it to ensure that it has the ability to last another 10 to 20 years. That's what I would like to see happen in the next 5 years. Because I think we've got an easy 5 to 7 years. It's the time after that. It's the time after that that I'm concerned about. And this is my community, guys. I don't want to leave you ever. This is where I want to be.
By the way.
Yeah?
There is a fight happening here in the background.
I'm watching it.
There are things happening.
We have a nice hit here over against Flower River getting slammed on the southern corner.
Yeah. I was, while we were talking there, while, you're talking about Albion 2.0 and things, there is another job listing on Albion's website.
For what?
For a game developer for cross-platform. And it mentions PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch for minimum qualifications.
But Robin, do you think, how do you think Nintendo would feel about some of the names in Albion?
To be honest, I've never touched Nintendo and their games and their console.
You've never played Mario?
No. Never really did it for me. I looked at it a couple times and I was like, nope, not for me.
Like, not even Mario 64?
Pretty lame.
Not Mario 64?
Nope, nothing. I went straight to PC when I was a kid. Like, when I was 7 is when I got my first PC. Like, the thing that we had before that.
So you were raised on Call of Duty?
No, I was raised on RuneScape and Doom, and at the time it would have been Battlefield, I think. Battlefield
Yeah,
1942.
1942.
Yeah.
So like Desert Storm and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was it. Like I like the first time I got a console was
So you haven't played games
Christmas
for fun yet. You've only
an
played games for
Xbox.
competition.
Yeah.
Oh God, that explains so much. We got to teach you about joy, dude.
Hell no.
We're gonna one day teach you about this concept we call happiness and joy. It's
They
like
get my
his
joy and
whole
happiness
whole
about killing
existence
other
revolves around
players in
God and
game
joy.
and taking their
Exactly.
stuff.
It's the misery you cause to others. It's
Exactly.
come. I gotta work with you. We're gonna get you something.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. Sit around, fucking. You know, actually, I take on when we got a PlayStation. I actually played Spyro the Dragon.
Okay. Yeah. That
Quite a bit. I actually played that quite a bit.
Yeah.
Back in my youth. So,
We're gonna get you a copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day,
what?
the only R-rated Nintendo game.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a single-player game about a really dirty squirrel, made by Rare. You know, the guys who did Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, that kind of thing. It's probably their
Dirty
best game.
squirrel.
Yeah, fucking amazing. You fight a giant pile of poop at one point.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna get you Conker's Bad Fur Day. The audience that knows is like, yeah, that would do it. You could get him to play that.
Yeah.
You might need to retract. We have fallen back to the second level here with Zcall.
We have.
Sorry.
Pogo is like,
and
what
we've
the
been-
hell
like, what
are
are
they
they
talking
going on about? Conker's Bad Fur Day? Yeah. There's probably like 3 people back at the office who are cheering and going, "This is worth. Get him into the game."
Well, the engagements are flowing thick and fast here. We'll get to the shot calling or shoutcasting, shall I say? Definitely not shot calling. As Z here actually getting kidnapped, CCTV not taking advantage of that situation, finally engaging, but Gigpot activated here for Z Cole. Offensives coming down. We're just about to hit the half-an-hour mark here of the prime time window. So yeah, about 33 minutes left here of the raid attempt. Well on their way to getting this off in time. And Z here just going back and forth. Potential big clump here, but preemptive defensive's already down. His DPS nowhere really near him. Counter engagement coming in here. Z needs to be careful. Doesn't have Gigpot available. Fakeness falling next to him. Does still have Cleric Cowl available. That is why he's playing a little bit out front here. The bomb squad there engaging on ghosts. And now the second level of fortifications starting to get hammered here. I don't know if we've lost shows.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually bouncing around.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm typing, and you know me, typing and talking are 2 things, and they don't. You can either do one or the other. Yeah, we still have people out, but we do not have another fight so far.
Yeah, I mean, we're just about to hit that timer where guilds will start moving for castle control and sitting there, and
I'm gonna take that back. We do have another fight.
Oh.
Hey,
But we don't have
Baragi
a
is in
second
fight. I know. I'm gonna keep an. So this one is in preparation mode.
Okay.
Between a larger group, you know, we have Meerkats Assemble MVP. And they are going to be fighting, I believe, against somebody we have not seen before, who has a very large group. No, we know these guys. It's fuck you.
Ah, yes.
I just saw one of their guildies there in red, and you know how hard red is to read. So this might actually not happen. It looks like fuck you is not interested in content. So I lied. Go back to your business there with the call.
Alrighty, well, the engagements keep flowing back and forth. D-tanks for Jin falling. Jim nearly going down on that two-prong attack there. These energy shaper beams forcing the tanks off the walls that were repairing them. The walls starting to crumble here. The final level of fortifications. As we go back and forth. Good defensives coming out here from Jin. Not sure what that bomb squad was trying to attempt there on the north side. I do wonder.
I would say there was a somewhat of a lack of defensives that I saw early in that fight, and there are other fights going on. I just really wanted to be able to say that there are more than one fight going on here on Albion Asia today. I do get concerned when we just show one. We do have, I'm going to go with Cutthroat as the name of this group.
Oh, yeah.
NP. So insurgents inside a castle in Glacial Fall Pass. First castle that I've seen under attack and actually having people fight for it today. King Ralph in defense versus Tofu. And I'm going to put that in here for later.
Yeah, write that down.
Oh, it's King Raph, not King Ralph. My bad. King Raph.
Well, two more members of the front line of Jin going down. The wall, the battle of attrition here, trying to bring this wall down, keeping it alive here is Zekol, the man up front. But it is starting to crumble, and it is about to fall here. Now I'm wondering if Jin go for a faux flood. Headbutt engagement coming in here. Jin come out worse for wear as another two members go down. Secondary bomb squad hits as well. Go to secure another kill. And they're able to push back the hammers here, keeping this wall section alive for now. Oh, I love it. It was a random Boabadon bomber there hitting the mid lines of CCTV. They did get a couple kills actually. That was something that was present yesterday quite a bit during the playtest, was the Invis Boabadon bomber. And even though it was in the nerf state, it was still doing absolute work.
We were seeing quite a bit. There was so much Boabadon yesterday. It was the weapon of choice. I will say that Cutthroat has pushed into Insurgents, and the brawl meta is underway, and Insurgents did get chopped down in the first section. They did fall back, but they lost quite a few in the initial double battle. It went back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, I am reading chat, by the way. We do have a couple viewers that partook in the test yesterday. Obviously, they were on a 15-minute delay, so they're just catching up to our conversation. Rook did say that the supply system has so much potential. Best thing I liked about the test yesterday. I wasn't a fan of the name change for the maps.
Well, the name change, I think, is going to take time. I think there was a couple of names that are very, very difficult to read, and I don't like it when they put in things. Yeah, like they are, like you have no idea how to pronounce this name, because like when it's a German company writing for a international audience, if you use EI and IE, we don't know what you mean. We don't know which one you want. Everybody else pronounces it one way, you guys pronounce it the other way. We don't know which way to pronounce it. Is it Ein or Een? You tell me.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, I did see those complaints yesterday as
or
well.
is it
across some
Ain?
of our
I don't know
Discord.
which
No
one of the three you want. Like,
yeah, like a couple of our international players, like around the world, they are just like, I have no idea how the hell to even pronounce some of these names.
having a Scooby-Doo, as you would say, Robin. Having a Scooby-Doo.
Having a Scooby-Doo. I did like the province names, though.
I
That
like
made
the
things
concept.
a lot easier.
Yes, they were all easier to read. It was the sub-provinces that had, like, I mean, what was it? We were in Martlock, and their names, the Bean or Bine, or
Bine, Bean,
I-
Bines.
give me something that is easy to pronounce. Like, I don't know why they go to these gothic names that nobody's used for, like, do they go into the thesaurus and go, words for woods that nobody has used in 40 years? Yes.
Yeah. I don't know why they would need to change the names.
I do, because they want to make them regional. So you have, like, four that all have the same region, kind of like the Outlands, and I'm fine
Yeah, and
with
we
that.
hate that because you know how
because you
many
don't know where
times when we're here
they-
on the
they
show
all are
and
repeated.
someone goes, we're fighting in Ravine, and we type on
that's
the
because
world map Ravine, and there's
four
5
ravines.
different types of
Yeah,
ravines.
that's because they're repeated. That's the thing is if they're not
Yeah, and
repeated
nobody
and they
likes
have a
it.
pattern, then it's fine. If they're
Hate it.
repeated with a pattern, then people are just going to use the short, and we're not going to know where it is because they're going to talk locally while we're playing globally, and we'll have no idea what's ever going on. But if they're of a pattern that's not repeated, like if it was like River Bine and Mountain Bine and Desert Bine, you know, and we could go, oh, it's these, or Western Bine, Eastern Bine, and, you know, the River Bine Pass, or whatever the freak it is, right? So that they're all kind of tied together, but there's no other ones that are like that. Like the next one next to it isn't Western Flynn and Eastern Flynn. You know, don't do that to me. Like if they're the same, we will get confused.
And it doesn't take much.
No, it's very. We are Albion Online players, man.
Yeah, I know.
We're
We are
one step up from
simpletons.
RuneScape.
Yep. Well, while we were yapping about zone names that's potentially coming with the next faction warfare content update, we had a bit of a bloodbath as the final section of the walls did go down. Both sides lost a handful of players. Red on red just happened again, so that out of zone or out of fight bomb squad that's prowling
everybody up.
did just hit the back lines of CCTV.
I gotta go check out Jint's situation then. He's over on the other side, I imagine.
It is just a constant back and forth here on this choke point. I don't think the gate is down yet either, so it's just the two sections of walls.
Yeah, just this two section. The wall is the gate is still up. They've gotten a lot of sections done behind them. It does look like they're still breaking walls behind them. And there is a group of Z guarding the door. So it's making it hard for them to push to the east. Pretty significant numbers here from Jin.
Yeah,
I'm looking back,
packing a bit of a punch.
33, not bad. I'm glad to see these guys out and about again. I'll say that much. They took a bit of a break when we saw the rise of Peony Flower, and these guys kind of stepped away. But as soon as that folded, they kind of came back. Good to see. Would like to see other groups also fill in that void and take the position of let's fight, like these guys have.
Yeah, well, another big hit coming in here. Another handful of kills secured by Z. Make that a bunch more here as Meow Meow also gets another 5 kills for themselves. Z looking to keep the pressure up here. He looks like he is getting momentum, but not going to capitalize off of it. Falling back to the tower. He's not taking the bait here. Playing to defend. Engagement's coming in still. Z looking for another opener.
It does look like that fight is over. I believe that the guys in Cutthroat did win that.
Nope, chat's just catching up to my my childhood experiences. Well, good engagements coming in here. Great Arcane shutting down that northwestern push here. They tried to go for a little 1-2 there, but did not work out for Jin. OC ringing out here. Here we go. Bomb on the north side. Not going to find anything.
Chat will probably enjoy that one.
Oh, by the way, another couple games I did play a lot of. Red Alert and the Battle for Middle-earth 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are pretty good games.
Really
Again, though,
good RTSs.
Yeah,
but I liked it because I could go against other people.
Other people, yeah. I will say I built my first PC when I was 14 so I could play Command & Conquer. I saw Command & Conquer in PC Gamer magazine, bought it off the shelf, like the magazine, read it front to back, found out everything I could. This is pre-internet, and then started buying like PC manufacturing order catalogs so I could learn how to build a PC by looking at the parts. Yeah, it was wild. It was the start of something terrible.
Yep. That's where it all began.
Where it all went wrong. Before that, I was a pleasant console gamer.
Yeah.
Never got in trouble with the government. Great.
There was ever a remake that I would love for any company out there to do, it would be Battle for Middle-earth 2. Probably the best RTS I've ever played in my life. Loved it. I still got it in the box. Actually got 2 collector's editions.
Loved it.
Sitting in the box. Yeah.
I would never have
was for
taken
my
you
brother.
for an RTS player, man. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. I didn't ever think you'd be hitting the RTS. Not a StarCraft though, huh?
No, never liked it. Never got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like some of like the things that I just like really get into, and and then people are like, "Oh, you like that? So you must be, like the really good game that was also."
Nope, doesn't like the good one.
Nope.
You named 2. I understand why you like those 2. I get it. I played both those 2. They were not ones that I would engage in the competition with because they they were very shallow for RTS. They were good. I enjoyed them both, but they weren't what I would go to for multiplayer during the age. There were other games for multiplayer RTS during that age that I found a bit better. Like that was the That was Warcraft 3. That was that age. Like if you're going for like Red Alert 2 and stuff like that, in 1942, you're looking at like 2003, 2004. So maybe 2005 even. So there's some really good RTSs out in that age. It's near the peak of RTS.
Yeah, I still get goosebumps when I hear the Red Alert Death March.
Did you pick up the total package that was last year about this time for all of the Red Alert and Command & Conquer games?
I didn't get them,
sale?
but I did get like the remaster or whatever it was, or like the redo that they did.
Yep.
I don't know, just didn't hit the same. I don't know what it was.
Well, that's like, it didn't age great.
I'm not
Red
going
Alert
to
didn't
tarnish
age
my
great.
childhood memories replaying this like this. I will let it be.
Well, if you like that one, I will point you at the modern remake of that, like the modern version of that game that has all the modern amenities and still feels very much the same. I'll do that off air. We do have this ongoing fight though with Jin and Z. I've been watching it unfold here. The area outside, if you hop over to Jin real quick, Fogel, just hop over to him real quick so we can just give a look at the ground around him. It's absolutely just soaked in bodies, dude. It is wild how many people are dying here. We're getting a lot of good kills in this battle. Not a stagnant fight, but still a little slow. I mean, they're taking their time because they're dying a lot.
Yeah, and time is
With
literally just about to be a real
Natural.
issue here for Jin
Yeah.
soon enough.
Well, also, I think part of the issue is that like both sides are losing guys, but re-gears are 2 zones away. You know, the portal is 2 zones away. They're getting back very quickly, but they're not making progress. There's a lot of death instead of progress. So we've been at this stage here now quite a while. Honestly, quite a while. Not a lot of
Yeah,
progress.
and Z is playing this really, really well. They're just literally focusing on frontline tanks. Like, they're not going for the ballsy all the way deep in the back lines. They are just dwindling down frontline over and over and over again, and it's just stopping Jin from pushing up and actually doing something.
Yeah, they did good defensive.
Yeah, it's a smart play here from Z. You know,
I don't have any other
I
tackle fights
watched
for us to
this.
watch, so it's not like we're missing anything by hanging out here. I did find 2 other fights, but they're both over. So,
Yeah, it's like,
oh, and I got
by the way, like, cast your mind back to the beginning of the show,
Mhm.
where Z had to call in the Flying Dutchman to help them whack that and destroy that hideout of a mid-scale guild.
yeah,
But now look what Z can do here against Jin.
totally fine.
Why? Like, that's what I don't understand, is why they would have to ruin the content for that medium-sized guild that was out here fighting and giving them content day in, day out, by calling in, you know, the Flying Dutchman just to come destroy their level 1 hideout. Like, but the Z clearly here by themselves,
They can do it.
they can do it. Like, there was no need to call in the Flying Dutchman, so it just ruins the experience, ruins the game. Like, I don't know. Like,
I will say this. I just want to like say we do have another fight going on again now over in Timberslope Grove. Is Hey Baragi and Meerkats Assemble did go and catch up to Fuck You on their territory. So they couldn't get to them in the open world, but they did catch them in the territory. And we do have a very, very bloody back and forth going between these 2 forces. I can't tell you which side is ahead. Too many corpses, and all 3 engages that I saw resulted in bloody noses on both sides.
I mean, the bloody nose carries on over here. I mean, both sides losing players constantly. It's just a constant wave of back and forth between Jin and Z at the moment. 12 minutes remaining of the primetime window. If Z keep this up, they got it in the bag. And they're looking pretty healthy right now. Just CCTV need to get this gate down and just open up the battlefield just a little bit more here. Like, they just need to start flooding soon.
Well, I'm keeping an eye on this Meerkat Assemble fight, and it does look like they've mostly pushed out Fuck You out of the territory, but they're still trying to just engage. Like, they're both trying to chase each other around and still kind of fight. But I think Meerkats have taken kind of control of the fight and the positioning control of the fight.
Jin's slowly starting to creep up again. We did just see another bomb with red on red in the kill feed, indicating that that bomb squad has hit again. So, Jin struggling to keep that random bomb squad from hitting their back lines.
I'm going to come over to you and just follow that fight till the end here. This fight is very interesting, and if that one does peter out, we can come watch this one, as it it's pretty good here. I got to give these guys and the Meerkats some credit. They're fighting hard every time we see them. Love to see it.
One of the shop holders there for one of the guilds of Jin did go down. Dove Egg getting cracked open there by Z Colt. Jin starting to pressure again, but look, they just don't commit here. They need to start stepping up, get defenses at the front line. They're also getting clapped in their back line. We got members dying on the western side of our screen. It's not looking good here for Jin at all. Like, they are just getting murdered. This is all Z at the moment. I don't see this going any other way unless Z get baited and get one shot. That's it. But look at the look at this. Look at the bodies. Oh my god. And another massive deletion coming in here onto that front line of Jin. It is an absolute bloodbath here on this territory.
This is a bloody battle as well here, Robin, as we just stand around and look at all these corpses. You know, I think back to the days when we used to have those super glowing bags and just, oh my gosh, I'm just so glad we turned that down. Look at that pile of corpses just to the south of Z Call. That would be blinding back in the day. Oh, and adding to it right there. Okay. The timing.
Time ticking. 9 minutes, make that 8 minutes and counting. You are right that if it was the old days Chosen, we wouldn't be able to see.
No.
That body stack there with the loot bags. Make maybe for group here.
Big slam. Oh, dude. Not a lot of that.
Yeah, it got handled quite well.
Yeah, that's that. I like seeing that as well. That's the thing. When there's a really good defensive play like that, you go, okay, I know what would happen to me in that one because my guys wouldn't defend me. I'd be the dead guy. I'd be that one dead guy.
Yeah, I am just keeping up with chat as well. Like a lot of the guys are chatting away in chat at the moment. You know, are on the same page. They're you know, they think the new faction warfare systems are going to be great. It's going to provide a lot of content. The province system's good. You know, and they just expect chaos, and that's what you want, right? That's what faction warfare is all about. Is just chaos. But yeah, I want to see it in the live game. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna end with that one. But another big blow here to Jin. This looks like Z starting to apply the pressure, starting to step out. CCTV fleeing, it seems like. Will this be a little old bait and switch? That is the question. It doesn't seem like it. I mean, a little bit of diddy dance here from Jin. But that group's going to get deleted as they were stuck in their cleric cows. And Jin going to be mounting up and fleeing the scene. That's going to be the end of that. Congrats to Z. Able to hold their own here against Jin today.
Yeah, well done. Z. I mean, they did not need idle earlier. They just didn't. They didn't. I'm going to go see if that other fight is still going on with the Meerkats. And it is. It is. Oh, it has. It's gone into overdrive, Robin. Cluster Q is active. Somebody else is here. There's a big-ass blob coming in through the southwest. Over on Hey Baragi.
Hey Baragi. Me hopping on over. Oh, this is zone that I was just in because that blob on the southwest door
is idle. Yep.
Idle.
Yep. This could get very interesting. It does look like Fuck You saw that blob and was like, we're out. Because as I hop over to Hey Baragi after looking at that blob, what was a tremendous fight here in the zone seems to be moving.
Yeah.
They might just be playing choke and falling back and saying, let's get out of the territory. I don't
look like
see
that's what they're
Idle
doing.
moving. Idle isn't moving this direction yet, so.
MVP committing to the OC here, so they've just activated their OC.
Is that double OC or first OC?
Single.
First OC, okay.
And Fuck You are fleeing
Out.
here. It seems like maybe I think Hey Baragi expected a return engagement here. Diddy dancing, Fuck You are posturing here, so I mean if there was a time for them to start collapsing, it would be now, but shallow engagements from both sides, no overcommitment, and look at the flood on the northeastern side. Massive defensive Great Arcanes coming in. The slows coming out here. Hey Baragi activating Gigpot. He knows he could be in a spot of trouble here. Back across the choke point we go. Is Fuck You gonna faux send it here? Smoke bombs galore on that bridge. It is good luck trying to cast any spells, and Fuck You are just sending it here. This could be devastating. Fuck You losing the first. But look at the trades coming in left and right. MVP going to lose a handful. They fall back towards the territory. I mean, this is where Fuck You just need to keep faux sending it here. I mean, they don't have time.
Use the aggression. Use the aggression. And they've waited too long. Resets already come in. These guys have their cooldowns back, and now they're back at it. You got to take advantage of those little windows. Separates the good from the great, really, Robin.
Yep, and you know they only had they've got 3 minutes left if they want to get a launch onto this territory. It is going to be a battle for Timberslope Grove going forward. Freaky Fools do have a HQ in zone, and remember we watched the other day, I think it was yesterday. Fuck You did have that hideout go down, and it is fully constructed now over on the western side of the map. So Fuck You and MVP going to be battling it out here. I don't know if Ido are just here to watch. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, this is interesting that you have such a large force just kind of hanging out there in zone at the door, not moving, not making any play at all.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Yeah, they're still hanging out at the gate, Robin, and I think it's kind of like stifling the content in the zone, really. Like nobody wants to fully engage with that large force here.
Yeah, it's the hesitancy here, it seems like.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Like you can feel like that nobody wants to move.
But it is Fuck You that is really like stepping up. Like they're trying to be the aggressor here.
I mean, they did fall back to the choke, which is a place where they can easily defend, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and they do keep making the initial shots. Here we do see them flowing across choke even, making a good push, Robin, proving you right on this one. They don't do that very often. Let's see how far they push.
They need to keep going.
Yeah, they stopped again right at the same spot.
They stop at the wrong point here. I mean, big clumps coming in here. That was a fake engagement. It did burn a bunch of defensives here. Backline clappers coming in here for Fuck You onto the backlines of MVP. Causing a little bit of chaos. Mainzerg needs to capitalize on the pressure here. Time is of the essence. Less than 60 seconds remain if they want to get this raid and launch off, but I don't think it's going to happen. They may have left it a little bit too late. And that blob on that southwestern door is starting to shift here. Massive deletion onto MVP here on top of our POV. But fuck you notices that blob shifting. They're like, yeah, we out. And there we go. Top of the hour. Territory raid attempt has failed. The territory fortifications reset as well. Let the bloodbath continue. I mean, there's a massive group of fuck you trapped inside the area here. But MVP just don't have the kill potential here. I mean, just one or two, maybe?
Yeah.
Not even that?
I mean, I don't know if it's on MVP not having the kill potential. Can't we just put it on these guys that they're getting some good defense in? I mean, I see lots of... They've got some brawlers here, Rob. Lots of good brawlers. Oh, never mind. They lost 2 brawlers.
Second wave, not going to find anything. Hey, Baragi did activate Gig Pot on the way out of that Cleric Cow.
Couple went down, though, there. They lost a few in that choke, dude.
Yeah, they lost 6 on that choke point.
With Cluster Q active here in 40 seconds, do you think that's when we're going to see... and just as I said it, the blob moved. I was going to say, do you think we're going to see them move now that the Cluster Q is active? Yeah. Yeah, we are.
I don't know if, again, I don't know if Idle are actually coming over here. They did just kind of break away towards the outpost. Yeah, you can see it there, double split onto the outpost.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's just the outpost. I mean, seems like a rather low reward for Idle at the moment.
Maybe they don't mind both sides fighting, and they're just here to make sure no one else crashes the party.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah, Robin, that's what it is.
Because if they really wanted to deny the content and protect their renter, then they would have already crashed the fight, 5 minutes ago. But they just sat there on the southwest door, and now they're zoning out. But then again, objective is done here for the territory, so no idea.
There's no objectives left here.
Gonna be,
other than the content. And I'm glad to see that they're just getting the content and nobody's coming in to smash it. That's it. Like, they're getting to have their fight. Like, it looked like, bye, hey, Baragi.
Hey, Baragi's off the Narnia.
Dude, okay. Bye.
Well, that's the end of that. we'll end it on that note, I guess, because we're over time here. And it looks like MVP are instantly fleeing to their tower.
Just getting the heck out. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
we had a couple of good fights. Let's just do a quick recap before we head out of here, Robin. We did get a couple of good fights. Albion Asia was alive and kicking today. We didn't see any castle fights. I didn't see any fights for castles except for one. And it was not very long and protracted. Tofu and the boys were able to take that castle. And but we did have fights all day. So
yeah.
Good for Albion Asia. We hope to see more of this in the future. We really want to see more of these mid groups step up. That weird situation that we saw with that hideout. I mean, I don't understand that. I'm not gonna get. I don't get why Z needed Idle.
Yeah, and that I don't know. I don't know. Like,
and
it's a rough one on that one, but. That's going to be it for the Asia War Report for today. We'll be back, though, later on at 1800 UTC for the European Server War Report. And, of course, because it's Saturday, we'll be here at 22 UTC for the Americas Server War Report as well. So, golden legendary castles on all 3 servers for coverage today. Looking forward to seeing what that brings. And what type of show do we have later on in between? It's not the 20 versus 20 extravaganza.
20v20, yes, it is.
It is.
Yep, this week. So it's always the week after Invasion Day. So we have 2 of them a season. After first Invasion Day, after second Invasion Day. So like the next week we do the 20v20. And so last month was the Americas server. This month is the EU server.
All righty. Well, there we go. All right. Well, Looking forward to seeing how that goes as well. So a lot more action to come here on AOTV today. Make sure you're following the channel to be notified when we go live. But until then, thank you guys for watching. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a glorious morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Adios.
See you soon.